is that people are forced to get more involved with their finances, and they weren't really involved before. But you get different phases of life, so there's different. If you're not retiring in the next 7 to 10 years, you don't have to really worry so much about some high level of volatility. So you got that accumulation phase, and then you have that accumulation where you're still working, but you're getting closer to retirement, and you want to preserve some of that, and you might want to slow down your risk a little bit. And then you get that preservation and distribution phase where you really want to cut back and look at preserving more of those assets and know how to do that. But the key is you got to work with a professional and find out what is best for you. What we're seeing out there is most people have a pile of IRAs or 401ks and Roth and non-qualified accounts, but they don't have a retirement plan. And I think that causes stress in itself when you have a pile of investments, but you don't know what to do with that. And if you have a plan, you shouldn't have to worry. And that's one thing that we want to make sure that our clients are doing, and they have that peace of mind, so they don't have to worry about their lifestyle doesn't change in retirement.
So what are some strategies, maybe not big gambles, but maybe some strategies people can try to take advantage of in the days and weeks ahead with this volatility going on?
Yeah, and I go back to 11th grade economics up in where I'm from, northern Minnesota. I was taught to buy low and you sell high, right? That basic strategy alone should help people. And so when we look at what the market did here, most people should be putting money into the market here when it was low, and a lot of opportunity this year to do that. Everybody likes to buy one, get one free, right? So BOGOs, but they don't look at that with their investments. And back in March and back in April and May even, there was buy one, get ones, because there was a lot of investments that were half price from where they should have been, where they used to be. So you gotta have to get into that mindset. But most people are emotional, and you get a little anxious with it. And that's why working with a professional can help. So you kind of get away from that and don't make those wrong steps there.
Is there a way to determine how long this volatility will last?
Well, I wish we knew the answer. Typically, like the months after election, I said it's usually good, but again, we're in 2020, and usually the first, the second half of typically of a new president-elect is usually better than the first half. But we'll see what's going to happen. I really think we have to get past this. We got coronavirus, we got the elections, we have lawsuits, and we have stimulus plan and foreign policy. There's so much stuff that's happening right now. I really think we have to get that stimulus package passed. We get this president-elect figured out what's happening there as well. But outside of that, you have to have peace of mind in your plan. I can't stress that enough. No matter who is president, you want to make sure that the plan you're on is right for you, and you can have confidence and peace with that. So no matter if the market's up or down, it's not going to affect you greatly because you have confidence in where that's going to bring you in retirement.
You'll find more money advice from Mike on WCCO.com. We'll be right back.